So guys, I've been a bit of a hypocrite here. I said I'd never fly China Eastern Airlines again, but you just can't resist. They're just so cheap, so cheap. If you haven't seen the YouTube video, please go watch on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm flying them again. I'm not going to review them, but I will be flying some other carriers, so stay watched. Stay tuned, and I'll let you know how I get on with those other carriers. Going to be flying Korean Air for the first time, and Asiana. I've flown them before, a long time ago. They're also like a budget airline in Asia. So I'll let you know how I get on. Right, so guys, as well, I forgot to say here. So basically, I've got one of these eSIMs, right? I don't know if I've done it right. I always have trouble with them wherever I go. I travel a lot, as you guys know, right? But I just don't know if I've done it. So I'm backwards and forwards in conversation with Holify at the minute, okay? And I'm not sure, because otherwise I'm going to be cooked when I get to China. I'm literally going to be finished, because we all know about the Great Wall of China. Great Firewall of China. There's going to be restrictions galore. There'll be no Insta, there'll be no Snapchat, there'll be nothing. I'll literally be able to probably just, I don't know, just look at pointless stuff. But that's how you get by in China as well. You have to pay for everything through Alipay and WeChat. So let's see if I'm going to be cooked or not. Yeah, we'll find out in about 12 hours or so. We all know cash is king. You know, not many people pay cash, even in London nowadays, but cash is king, basically. But in China, it's non-existent. You go to them with cash, they're like, oh, what is this? I don't know. I never seen. Like, literally, imagine Portobello Road, right? You've literally got little Miss Market stall. She could sell you one apple, and she's getting out a QR code for you to bloody scan it to pay her. She's like, you want to give her £1 for that apple? She's like, what the hell is this? Jog on. So hopefully I'm not cooked, but we will see. We will see what's going to happen. So stay tuned, stay interested, and hopefully I'm not. Let's pray. Fingers crossed. Do you know what I've just actually thought about as well? How would I pay for my hotel? If I can't get my internet, then I can't pay via Alipay or WeChat. So then I'm absolutely screwed. I could be sleeping on the streets of China here. Well, I've looked at the forecast. It's looking at 29 degrees when I get there. So I don't know why I'm wearing the big old puffer trap star. But that's probably because I'm so used to freezing my nuts off in London. But anyway, let's see how it goes. We'll see. Peace. So, as we know, China Eastern Airlines are tight as fuck with the beers. So, I've got literally about half an hour until my gate information's going to be up. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm literally going to just get one more cheeky pint in before I go, because I'll probably get one beer with my meal, and that's about it. So fucking tight, unbelievable. So guys, that's another thing I want to say as well, is do not buy duty free in London. It's not cheaper. Well, it depends where you're going, obviously. If you're going somewhere like far long haul, like I am basically now, then it's kind of worth it. So because then it's not worth it, rather, because when you get to the other side, aka China, as long as you're not going to be cooked like I'm going to be cooked, then basically you'll just get it way cheaper. Like, you can get 200 fags there for £24. Like, come on, really? You just don't need that. You don't need that expense. You don't need to be sort of getting done up like we always do in London. So guys, please stop buying your duty free here. It's not duty free. It's a couple of pound cheaper. Come on, really? Guys, check it. This has got to be the oldest stag do I've ever seen. Look how quiet they are as well. It's like a library. They're all in little Hawaiian shirts. I mean, hey, you should have been married 20 years ago. Or more. What are they doing? Like, oh my god. So we're just about to board, guys. just about to go. Here we go. Another thing I want to say as well is, basically, when I was checking in, the check-in lady, she was like, oh, have you got any electronics, whatever else? And I was like, no. And then I was like to myself, hold on a minute, because I stuffed my AirTag in my bag, just in case, you know, it's China Eastern. Me slating them off already. But, yeah, so I was like, oh, yeah, I just basically got it just in case my bag gets lost. She's like, oh, I don't know, we had to pull a bag from that the other week. I was like, really? Why? I was like, she's like, what battery is it? Is it lithium battery? I was like, no, it's just like a little watch battery. You know them old school watches you get? And she was like to me, oh, I don't think you're allowed because we pulled one of them last week. I was like, I don't know what happened there. But she was like, oh no, we pulled one of them last week. I was like, really? Okay. So basically she wouldn't have none of it. So I don't know why this gimbal is just pissing me about right now. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. We're back in frame. So basically, I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, nah, it's just a watch battery that you'd put in an old school watch. He was like, yeah, I don't think you can do it because one got pulled last week. I was like, oh, all right then. So I took it out because it was just easy reachable. Took it out and then that was it, basically. So yeah, you are not allowed to fly with that. Apple, you need to sort it out because that's the whole point in that battery, you know, in that device, not battery. That's the whole point in that device, is to basically be able to track your stuff. So when the airline goes to you, oh no, I've lost your bag, I don't know where it is, you go, well, I can tell you where it is. Do you get what I mean? So we'll see. Anyway, let's see how it goes. For all of you that has watched my last, I'm trying to whisper as well. For all of you that have watched my last YouTube videos, this time I've learnt my lesson. I've actually downloaded some movies off Netflix. Man's got some anime, some Equalizer 3, some other Korean stuff that I love. So yeah, I'm not going to be raw dogging it this time. No raw dogging it for me. Probably why I hated it so much last time. Anyway, people, this time I really am going. I'm going to see you on the other side because I'm not reviewing these again because I know it's going to be dreadful. Everyone's cooked here. I'm laughing at this geezer in front of me. He turned back, looked at me, laughed at me because they don't know what he's saying. And he don't know how to get his point across. Guys, so listen how silent it is. It's because everything's electric. It's unbelievable. I can't believe how quiet the streets are. You can hear a pin drop. Oh shit, let's go. Oh yeah, I've seen no black people and I've seen one white person. And I've been here quite a few hours now. But literally everyone is Chinese. I don't think you're going to, even probably in the touristy areas, I don't think you're going to see many Western folk. So guys, I've just popped into Lawson. Yes, they have a Lawson here, just like in Japan. It's not as good though, they've hardly got any stock in there. I'll show you properly later on. Just literally went and got a Coke and so forth. Look at the Chinese Coca-Cola as well. Can't even read it. But anyway, yeah, got my first Alipay payment done. I'm not cooked, it worked. So happy days. He had to kind of like suss it out and do it for me. But they just blurt Chinese at you, but they know that you don't know it and I don't know what he's saying. But you kind of get along, kind of like pointing and shouting and sort of gesturing. Guys, as well, this is how cheap it is. This big bottle of Coke here cost 50p. 50p! I remember back in the day when you could get cans of Coke for like 50p. But you can't get nothing in London pretty much for that now. That's another thing as well. Ain't got that stupid European lid that we now get that just kind of like half hangs off and then digs you in the eye. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants that. That needs to jog on. But yeah, so I'm enjoying a coat without taking my eye out. So guys, let's check it out. Let's do a room tour. Let's see what £40 a night in China gets you. So I'm staying in the usual chain of mine that I love, the Marriott Hotel by Fairfield by Marriott. So check it out. It is a massive room. So we've got a lovely big shower here with the old glass. We've got the whole Japanese toilet thing coming out, which I have tested out, I must say, and it's great. Feels a bit strange, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. And then we basically got like this whole big vanity area here, big sink and things, and you're probably thinking, but you're in the bathroom and there's the room. Because basically what happens is then this slidey thing just slides across. I'm going to show you. So yeah, you just slide this across and then this basically separates the room. And then yeah, big old double bed. You've got like a nice big sofa area here. God, this place here as well has got the most switches and, you know, ports to charge all your stuff. So you've got a couple there by the bedside. And then if you come over to this side as well, look at how many plugs you've got there. And then you've got more ports and things here. So then, like I say, it's not doing it justice, but it's massive. And you've got a big like TV area, an ironing board, a little mini fridge here as well, a safe, tea and coffee facilities, and the water is all included in the room. Big old TV here. And then for all you vain ones, there's a big old floor to ceiling sort of mirror. Got some of his stuff stored away already in there. That puffer is going to be staying there for the remainder because and then you've got a little desk area so you can set up your Mac or whatever else. And then, like I say, you've got a big seating area. The view's not great. It looks very, very, what do you call it? Residential, like there's people actually live over there. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, big old, nice, comfy room. Bed seems a bit firm, actually. I'm just trying it out. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be all good. Anyway, I'm going to quickly... I'm charging up my stuff because I don't want to get cooked in China and basically be without any data because then you are screwed. So I'm going to quickly charge up my stuff, have a shower, get changed in something that's a lot more comfortable and not thick and... yeah, because it's really hot. The lady was just busting up at me, right? Wow, look at that place, it's packed. She was just busting up at me. Come to go out to the hotel, and it's automatic doors, but normally they slide, right? Don't they, like that? These ones, they open towards you. Nearly knocked me out. So, first impressions, people of Shanghai, China. Oh my God. We think London is busy, and it is just treacherous all the time. This is on a different level. They have nearly 25 million here. I think it's 24 point something million people just in this city alone, Shanghai. It is chaotic. If you imagine like the West Ham Stadium or say a big concert happening at Tottenham, and you know when the trains are all packed and everyone's rushing around or trying to get somewhere, it's like that, but constantly on heat, and then double the amount of people permanently. Like getting the subway here was absolutely terrible. It was like, oh my God, I've got this big bag and another bag with me. It was like, oh Jesus. So I'm heading over to the Bund now to see that magnificent view that they have and the skyline. We've all seen it, the New Year's celebration and so forth. So stay tuned because that's coming your way. I'm also going to try and cop myself a Labubu. I've seen every man and his dog. They could be 50 years old, they could be 40s, 20s. They've got a Labubu attached to their bag. Loads of them got the secret as well, I don't know how. But it all comes from here. So they've got the world's biggest pop mart here. So I'm going to try and get over to that and give it a go and see if I can get one. But it's pretty difficult from what I've heard. One thing I have noticed, even though it's so humid and roasting it, like literally nobody is wearing shorts. Yeah, they're wearing t-shirts, but they've all just got long pants on. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I might be looked upon even weirder if I get my little chicken legs out. But yeah, I think it's going to have to be done later because it's just too hot. There was me thinking Amsterdam had shitloads of bikes. This is a joke. This is Bike City. Also, guys, this has got to be one of the easiest metro systems to navigate ever. Like, I've not had to ask anyone. It's so straightforward, it's easy. Even when you're transferring and everything like that, it's clearly signed, it's in English. I think the hardest thing of it is when you're actually trying to pay to get through. So you have to go inside Alipay, the app, and then you click transport, and then you have to agree to all these like tracking and whatever else. And then once you do that, it lets you sign up and get like a transport card, and then that transport card you can basically just tap. You just scan like this QR code thing, and it just lets you opens up the barriers nice and easy. So I've made it, guys, to the famous Nanjing Road. This is where the big long shopping street. It's about 2 or 3 miles, I believe. And then at the end you get this surprise of a view. So let's go check it out. Into the Labubu store, guys. It's a bit much, you know. Look at the size of that. What's that, 1,000 Chinese yuan? I have to work that one out. Let's have a look. Bad news, guys. They basically sold out here as well. You can't get it. They just got them on display as props. They could never do that in London because they'd just go walking. On this Nanjing Road though, going towards the Bund, you get approached every 5 steps by these little Chinese men or women, and they're basically like, oh, shopping, shopping, shopping. They take you off and then they show you all the fakes and they do it for a cut deal price, but they look really good. But yeah, it's crazy, like every 2 steps you go. Look at these two just casually. Oh, they're sat on a suitcase just passing along the road. I mean, come on. Talk about lazy. Clever little invention, though. Oh, guys, wow. Absolutely wow. Check it. Oh, my God. Now, that's a skyline for you, eh? Unbelievable. There it is. The Bund. You can see it just there. Massive, absolutely massive. Even this, guys, you'd think that this was something in sort of Europe, like it's almost got that kind of Big Ben-ish feel, and then it's got this sort of European vibe, kind of like buildings and stuff like that. Unbelievable, some of the architecture here. But you kind of transported. You've got on this side. Over here you've got obviously the great view of all the Bund and the big skyscrapers, and then literally just across the road you've got all of this kind of old style European stuff. Really, really crazy. Also, guys, I've got to do another top tip for you, okay? So this is the main tourist side that everybody comes. They come down that Nanjing Road, but apparently if you get across the other side of the river over there, you can see in the far, far distance, there's loads of people. Well, not loads, there's a lot less people along. It's called the North Bund. So if you head over to there, you get an even better view later at night when it's all lit up. There's less crowds. But for some reason, people just hate it over that side. It's pretty easy to get over from what I've sort of researched. You can either do a ferry for like 2 yen, or you can take a touristy shuttle thing. So for those of you that have been to New York City, if you've been down into the financial district, you would have seen a ball. They've got one here as well. We've also got one actually in Birmingham. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But this one, people don't seem to rub the thing like they do in New York, and then it's kind of faded away. But yeah. Guys, it's so hot and humid here. It's unbelievable. I've literally had to race to find some shade. Oh. But my iPhone's heating up like mad, but it's probably Apple just trying to get me to upgrade to their latest iPhone 17, which everyone here is going mad for. I just see some lady, she come out with about 10 of them. Unbelievable. Save some for someone else, will ya? Guys, this sun is no jokes here. I tell you, we think London gets stuffy and that when it's hot. Look, everyone is walking on the opposite side in the shaded area, and this area's basically got nobody in it because it's just unbearable. Even for me, I just had to stop in a Starbucks real quick, get an iced Americano, and just sit down because the aircon here, they pump it out, even on the train, the metro. It's great. It's like a fridge. So if you're one of those ones that gets sensitive or a bit cold easily, if you're going to use the metro a lot, bring a little hoodie because you're going to need it, because it's like literally walking into a fridge. So many people stare here as well because they've never seen black people, I'm telling you. I'm struggling to even find white people here, though. You have to go to the touristy areas, and even then you see very, very, very few, which is strange. Like, I think I've seen more white people in Korea and places like that. And definitely, I've not seen another black person yet, to be fair. One thing though, for a big city of like 24 million and it being a mega city, you'd think it'd be fast paced. It's not. It's so chilled and slow, but I don't like that. I'm not used to that being a Londoner, obviously. Yeah, just like people strolling all the time. No one seems to be in a rush or a hurry here. Even on the escalators, they stand on both sides. You're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Move over. It's also true what they say, there is cameras absolutely everywhere here. You're being watched from this crack to that crack to everywhere. So guys, I keep having to stop everywhere because I'm so scared that I'm going to get cooked and basically my battery dies. So what I'm doing is, as you see this bag, I've got literally all of my camera equipment, mics, all the lighting, all the setup that we'd normally use for the YouTube. If you haven't, go comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Anyway, so I've also, basically I don't have a power bank with me because they're very strict as well on the plane. So you've got to have like a CCC power bank. If you haven't, they won't even let you take it on a flight. They'll confiscate it coming to China. So I basically just keep charging my phone from my MacBook, which is now my MacBook's going to die. But anyway, I am on my way now to go and get some real authentic Chinese food, some soup, dumplings, some xiaolongbao, which I'm sure it'll be better than the ones that we had at Ding Tai Fung. But anyhow, I'll see you there in a few. That's another thing, guys. Every station you enter, it's like airport security. You literally have to put your bag on a scanner just to go through into a train station. Unbelievable. There's literally a QR code for everything here. You fart, there's a QR code for it. You cough, there's a QR code for it. Literally on vending machines, on everything. It's just QR. You just scan. But what we would normally do is open up the camera, but you don't open up the camera here. You have to go inside the Alipay or the WeChat, and then once you've done that, then you can read the menu, order direct to the table and so forth. So for you shoppers, I just went into Nike Town, absolutely massive in there. I think it was 4 or 5 floors. Anywho, so basically, they're a lot cheaper. You can get like your basic Air Force Ones for £60. But then if you also have your passport with you, which you have to, always carry your passport in China. It's like it's a legal requirement here. Anywho, basically, they will then give you a form. You take that to the airport when you leave, and then they'll give you back 11% of the tax in cash. So you think if it's 60 quid for a pair of Air Force Ones, plus you're going to get 11% of that back, they are a bit cheaper actually, because what I think now in London they're about 110 quid from Nike Town. Guys, this is what you call authentic Chinese food. This is absolutely gorgeous, I'm telling you. So this thing here I had with some sort of noodles, and then you had to pour that thing into it, which you saw in the previous snap. It's like all this crab meat. So all the goodness inside the crab they've cooked, and you pour that on top and you mix it well. But it was gorgeous. And then even this soup, it doesn't look like it's got flavour, but it really has. And then I've got a load of dumplings here, the xiaolongbaos. I guarantee these are going to be way better than the ones I had in Taiwan. So this is meant to be a touristy place, but the only non-Chinese person in here. To be fair, that's all it is. The whole thing. I've hardly seen any Westerners. Have a look, check it. Look, the whole store, it's Chinese. Even the menu, you go in and I snapped earlier, the board was just all in Chinese. I was panicking, and then I was like, oh, thank the Lord, they had literally an English menu sat on the counter, so she just kind of like pointed, and we kind of pointed and looked at each other, and then kind of was trying to then suss out Alipay, but we got there in the end. Oh, banging. Honestly, it's nothing like what we would consider Chinese food at home. It's completely different. One thing I have noticed though is the food here, like some takeaways we go to are bad ones, and it can be very oily. This particular place, it seems a bit oily, but the other flavours overpower it, and there's just so much flavour, it's unbelievable. But it's a flavour that you haven't had or experienced before. So if you was wondering the name of that spot, this is the name of the spot, people. You've got to try it, got to go there. The amount of times I've nearly been written off today, because you just don't hear them mopeds or the bikes or anything, they just creep up on you, and then that's it, because everything's electric. Look at the line for this place here, it must be their TikTok thing, literally going all the way down the fucking... So guys, I basically looked at my Alipay statement, and 31p it costs to go on the metro. You might as well just make it free. 31p. TfL could never. Quick update, guys. I've finally seen two black people. I get on a guy. So guys, I'm in the Apple store and they've not released the iPhone Air here to the Chinese market yet. So you can only get the Pro or the basic iPhone, basically. The Air is not released, and they don't know when it will be released here either. Crazy. I wonder why that is. I think it's because they love like a camera and all of that kind of stuff, and a battery life that holds up, for the fact of they rely on it so heavily to pay, to do everything, use transport. So for them that doesn't probably make sense. Can't lie guys, it's starting to catch up with me. So basically I left London on Thursday morning. My flight was at 11:30 a.m. It was then like an 11-hour flight to here, of which then I arrived here on Friday morning at 6 a.m. their time. I barely slept on the plane, meaning that I've been going that whole day, plus all day today, because it's now 6:37 in the evening here, hence it's gone dark. So it's just catching up with me, because I've relived the whole day again. And I've got a long day ahead of me tomorrow for something that I'm going to do.